Good evening, lords and ladies. So, this is going to be a short stream today because we're just going to finish off the current island we've recently captured and, well, I'm going to say explore, we don't really do much exploring in this game, but we're just going to finish off this entire wall here, make sure this place is nice and secure, maybe do a few more changes to the map. We'll see what needs to be done, and then we shall continue onto a different game. Basically, oh god, someone's died of old age, poor fella. Basically what's going to happen is, because I've been playing this for quite a while, and it's this is one of those games where I enjoy playing it, but at the same time, I don't want to like get bored of it. And what I'm going to do is once I've actually finished this evening's stream, I'm going to stop playing it for a while, and when they've actually put in some new content for me to play on, then I will actually get around to playing it some more. Now I'm letting things go nice and slow just so I can catch up on what's going on. We do have some unhappy people around here. They do not like the blacksmith, but I can't really do anything about that. There's not much I can change this original area. We did a massive amount of changes last stream, putting in this bathhouse, but you guys. You have a neighbour? Oh, you're kind of by yourself, aren't you? Poor guy. Not really anything I can put there though is the thing. Saying that, I mean, I could actually get rid of the quarry there, but this person is just very, very unhappy. So I could actually just remove the the hovel like completely. The thing is, you've also got hovels over here that are all by themselves. So yeah, they've not got any neighbours. But what is this? See, there was the squares that kind of appeared there, like an AoE effect or something. It's not. Oh, it is showing them over here actually. Oh, very strange. Well, either way, they've actually nearly completed this area, so we can hide that. This place is very, very happy, and there's lots and lots of resources coming in, so let's get started, shall we? Now, I don't actually need to build anything here, because these are completely invulnerable squares of terrain here, so nothing needs to go on there. And we can actually just keep going to this. However, I need to be careful here. Job priority. Actually, it's easier to check. Idle. 67 people are doing nothing. Alright, we're out of stone completely. Now, let's speed things up. I do like that they've added the thing in saying when the dragons will attack, when the Vikings will attack, because that's stuff we do need to know. Alright, the boats are bringing some more stone over. Alright, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, so I can build another. Yeah, I can build another tower right here. That's fine. Is that as high as these are? No, there we go. I'll build those along. I'll build another one here, and I'll sort of build a middle tower here as well, but we're going to get this wall up. I know it's 8 years till the Vikings attack, but I like to do things as quick as I can, so sort of fix this wall so this wall is complete. It's just this weak area here that we've got. I don't really know what we're going to do with the diagonal area. It'll be interesting, I'll say that much. Right, what does this place need other than still lots more resources? Don't really need to do anything with that. And we don't have the tools anyway. That's that. Oh. Now this is awkward, because that probably wasn't a house. Have a look, that's a tavern, so it wasn't a tavern. It wasn't a baker. Maybe it was a house? I mean, we don't need any more houses over here, I'll say that much. People are very happy. We don't need a granary. Wonder when that happened then. That must have been a strike of lightning or something. Alright. This'll be a mystery. It's probably best if I do actually at least put a house there for now. Right, as for these other areas over here, there's some changes I could actually make if I want to. Make sure nothing's actually fallen down over here. So I could turn like these hovels into windmills, because of course these people aren't exactly the happiest, but kind of need the numbers right now. Something broken over here. You all seem fine, okay. Alright. Archer Tower. And Ballista Tower, there we go. Right. Money-wise, how are we doing? Minus 108. Well, there we go. You're on double taxes now. Right, now something else I was going to do is, once we've got this wall built, we're going to, basically going to put the maritime piers in here. You have nothing I need. How's the food doing? Food is fine, okay. Yeah. And once we've actually made use of all the terrain we have, we're going to figure out what we're going to do over here, because there's still some space to put in some extra stuff. I don't think houses are going to be necessary. Right, let's make sure this doesn't break anything. So it broke the house like before, that's going to be a problem. Maybe I can actually just watch this as I do something else. You know what, no, we're going to have to watch this. I'm actually going to land in the middle of town! Okay. We're okay. Now, what we do actually have space for is a 3x3. I don't know what we're going to put there yet. Alright. Maritime. Oh, we can actually go out as far as here, right. Okay, we're definitely going to build the wall up to there. Then, I don't know what we're going to do diagonally. It's going to be an awkward one. I think we're just going to have to build it and find out, basically. How much stone is it for one of these? 35? Yeah, 35. So I've got loads of... Oh, that's a good point. How much am I actually getting here myself? Because we've got lots of wood coming in from there. 14 from shipping, so... Basically 58 is being constructed here, because 88 is being getting and 30 used by charcoal makers. Wait, 0 from shipping? That shouldn't be right. Yeah, there we go. Pick up from there, drop off. Very strange. Guess that's just not very accurate then, oh well. Not much I can do about that. So... what we're actually going to do is we're going to build these diagonally across here and see what we need to make then, because I think I need to make another 2 there to match with that. But because this is very a long diagonal one, which I haven't really dealt with before, because with this one I actually just expanded a huge amount on the end just so I didn't have to do a diagonal thing over here. As for the diagonal thing here, I basically made it a weak point, hoping the Vikings will actually go for that. Although, I won't actually be done in 4 years. That's the thing. The Vikings will actually attack here. Oops. That's a castle wall. Right, because that's obviously going to be a tower. Right, we need to put some defences around here as well. And eventually this will all be a pier. Oh, not so much around here, but we'll have a pier thing around here. We'll see if anything needs to be built on it. In fact, saying that, I might not need to build anything on it at all, so we'll see. Because of course, spaces over here, I can put another granary in there. Maybe something else, because you can put a windmill on these as well. So I'll probably put a windmill right there. A couple of granaries to store the food. Because we're actually kind of limited on how much food we can store here. Bear that in mind. So let's get as much of this down as we can. And we're probably just going to build a line of wall here. That's at least something for the Vikings to hit on. But priority-wise... see if we can actually get this tower up first. It's probably going to get knocked down, though. That's what's concerning me. There we go. Right. How are you all doing? 79. Food storage is low here. Very low. What can we do about that? If anything. Plus 16. Because if I just destroyed 2 of these and put a granary there, that'd probably fix a lot of things, wouldn't it? You don't like the charcoal makers, do you? Neither do you. Right, if I just destroy these... plus 16? Okay. Because I can... oh my god. No! Oh, the curse, right. Closed. Okay. That one as well, really? Stop it. Chop that down while you're around. I'll get back to that, otherwise I'm going to be sat there forever. Alright. Oh, we have a lot of this stuff. Alright. Oh yeah, granary. Okay. And now you are open. Seriously, don't do that to me. It's really annoying. Oh, okay. So I got rid of these ones because it'll at least cheer up them and they won't be as annoyed because they've only got... they had 2 of them bothering before, now they just have the 1. Here's the thing, that's a 3x2 which I could build over here, but I don't really have any need for it, do I? Because honestly, I don't really build soldiers because they're expensive and annoying. Right. Come on. Right, so that's basically this wall done. I don't think I'll be putting a tower in the middle. Because, I mean, this should be quite well defended from here. Yeah, because, I mean, that covers that. This will be the weak point, and it's tempting to actually leave it like that. Because if I put too many towers here, then how's my income doing? 121. Vikings are invading. Right, I'm going to slow things down a minute. So I've also just noticed something I could be building here. And I could actually just build... no, we'll get around to it later, but think how much money I've got. What we need to do is build more treasuries, because we don't actually have that many of those. Oh, hello. Is this the only place they're attacking? You guys are fine then, aren't you? I was saying that, I could actually build them over here. Don't have any free squares though, that's the difference. Right, let's see, what are they actually doing over here? Speed this up a bit, because they are actually causing damage, as expected. Although, I wasn't expecting them to attack from this side. Because other than this little section here, which is a bit odd, in its looks at least, I'm tempted just to get rid of that food thing, just so I don't have to look at it. But... They're not actually getting through. Because of course they always attack the weak points, don't they? But that does make me think, well, why over here then? Is it because they can just spawn and attack so quickly? I don't actually know. They're all dead around this side. Why are you firing into the forest? That's strange. Other than that, I think they're just going to do damage. Because they're all done with over here. Just some healing over here. And... oh, they're going to head over there for a bit. Okay, you do that. Just do some repairing over here. You of course do have a mason, so don't worry about that. Alright, there's a lot of firing coming now, but I think they will do some damage here, but this place has the most resources, so they'll be fine. Right. Because these people are on 1 tax right now. These are on 1. See, ideally what I'd like to do is have the other island on 1 tax and be able to afford it, because right now it can't. I didn't break anything over there. Get back to fixing this. Right. Because one thing we do want you to build over here is a treasury, just in case, but I think maybe more houses is what, like more houses and more food, specifically. Hang on, we've just had some Vikings over here. What do you want? So one thing I can definitely do on the piers is build more houses. That's fine. Don't have any problem with that. Oh, there we go. Don't break anything. Yeah, because we can just build more houses here, definitely. And if we can get enough food for that, that's enough people around so they'll get more money from taxes. Which means we might be able to turn the taxes down to 1. So that's minus 139, which I think I'll leave it on for now. Simply because, well, I mean, look at it. Actually quite high. So I also want to build a treasury over there, just in that corner, because it's got the most towers, so it should be safe. Because I'm really picky, just of how it looks. Come on. There we go. Is that all of the repairs done? Yeah. It'll take time to actually fix things, but that's everything done as far as I'm concerned. Now that should do for now. We'll have to see the Vikings actually bother to attack over there. But yeah, we're just going to be building some piers for now. Where did you actually show up? Don't need that, do we? Because food-wise, there's actually lots of food being made, but we're only 800 maximum. So I could actually build a granary over here. Could build a granary. I can go there. How are you doing for food? 71. I think these guys are okay. I don't think any more changes need to be done to that. There's also no space anymore over there. That's the difference. Whereas this place, we do actually have the space for it. So, no one actually needs to get to the treasury, but there we go. Just increase the amount overall, because of course the money is now shared across all the islands. Ah, so I'm thinking of putting a windmill there, but I'm not sure if it's worth it yet. Maritime, of course. We'll think about it, because there's also these little sections here that I could actually put houses in. Just bear in mind that... oh. What was there? Charcoal maker? They are at +4. How are we doing for wood? How much is being made? +92. Okay, you're doing fine for charcoal makers. Tell you what, let's put another charcoal maker down. So what kind of terrain is that? Fresh water. It looks barren, so I'll tell you what. Yeah, what it is, industry, there we go. Charcoal maker, there we go. I don't mind if the production stops, they've got no more space, that doesn't really bother me. It gets used up pretty quick anyways. Alright. So the thing about putting houses over there is people get unhappy because they're too far away from stuff. So I think that's going to be a granary. That just seems kind of an obvious one for me. Like, it was only going to be a small one. But it's getting very close to the maximum we've got there. We're on like 1450 is the maximum. We're on 1132, so be careful about that. Keep thinking of like build a road or something. No, that's not what goes over there. Right. So as for how much food we make, that's fine. But I do want to actually build more houses. The problem is that they're going to be unhappy because they're too far away from other people. Although what I can do is, let's see, two. I can build a couple of houses there, and I think that should be far enough away from the quarry that it shouldn't bother them too much. So at least have neighbours. They'll be unhappy because they're too far away from a road, but that'll just have to do. These aren't built yet. But what are we going to do here? Because we can actually... Let's see, how much of a bonus are we getting from this? It's not master workers, is it? Windmill nearby +2. Oh. I honestly thought that the windmills were affected by that. They're actually not. Okay then, don't need a windmill. I honestly thought that windmills affected orchards as well. I thought it was just a general bonus they gave out, but it is not. Kind of a few windmills wasted now, but... Hey Elaine, how's it going? How many hours did I play on this playthrough? I'm on year 399 if that helps, but this isn't the first playthrough I've actually done of this game. The first one I did was on a land map that was just on normal difficulty, so it was a lot easier than this. Well, they're saying that this isn't really going to be a long stream this evening because I don't think I'm going to bother doing these extra 2 islands, so I'm only going to be playing for another couple of hours, I think. Because these islands are all done. Because the new content they added recently is they basically put like a huge bathhouse in. That was one of the new things. I don't actually have all the new stuff yet. Saying that, let's have a look. Got a bathhouse over here as well. They also added a great library and a cathedral, but I just don't have the space for that. It being entirely island map. Because to build a cathedral, you need a church first. Saying that, I can probably just have a look over here. Who has a church? I know somebody does. You've got a church. And I can't even afford the cathedral to look at it, so... I'll just have to wait a bit. I'll get back to that. She's saying, how quickly can you get one? It's going to be a while. Right. As for this, look how big that is. That's huge. It improves all of the libraries in the area, but it's a 4x4 building, so there's just no space for it over here. Plus, these people are pretty happy anyways, so I think they'll be fine. Right, so what am I going to do with this space over here? Okay, well this is going to be a granary over here. Because putting houses there isn't going to be a good idea. I can put a couple of regular houses there, that should be fine. I don't want to put them too close to the quarry though. Okay, they're not going to burn down, I hope. They should be fine there. Right, when they're done, what am I going to do next? So I'm not sure what I'm going to put there. Right, oh, there's a library right there, so I don't really need another library. Don't need to... Oh god. Fire has claimed a manor. Where? Really? First thing... There's a well right there, and the manor just burns down. You guys, step it up. Okay, I can always build some more defences, but I think we're actually fine right now, because it's on hard difficulty, but like, these defences are actually alright. I would say these are average defences I've got here. Like, some of the other like maps I've played on, I just had the towers like super high, had tons and tons of like defensive stuff on it, and that was just really good. But this is on hard mode, bear in mind, which isn't actually that difficult. So let's get back to speeding things up. So taxes 151, oh, that's a minus. So what we actually want, go there. I'll tell you what, we'll actually just put a hovel there. I really don't know what else to put here. And the more people we actually get living here, the better. So what's going to go there? I think we'll actually put some stockpiles there, seeing as production has actually stopped in a couple of places because we don't have enough stuff, like industry around here. I could build a larger stockpile, but that kind of leaves this space over here. I don't know what to put there. Food is fine. Taxing is now at minus 144 because more people have moved in. I think I'm just going to put houses here. Like, I think people would be like really happy. Thing is, that's a quarry right there. So I think what I'm actually going to do is that can go. I don't need to build any more stone stuff around here, and we've got plenty of space. So that means I can put a manor over here. This space is going to have to be something else, though, otherwise people are going to be unhappy, because these things make noise. Over here, right, we actually have a... There it is. Ah, okay, so nothing's going to be put there straight away. I think what we can actually do, we put a cottage... Now, I'll tell you what, chop that down, we'll put a manor there. And because we can, there you go, just put a farm there. When this is done. Right, I think I might just put a large stockpile over there next to the quarry. So I don't know what else to put there. And of course, with more people coming here, we might need more food. This food is okay right now, at plus 72. So I could put some more food stuff there, and another granary, actually. Might be a good idea. Maybe for like something for people to do. So I could make an even bigger granary if I want to. But I think the small ones are fine. Let's just have another look at this. Right, how much do you store? I'm going to have to look at this. Right. You store 200. Where's my big granary? I think I have one somewhere. 200 and 450. So it's a bonus of 50 if I build a big one rather than two smaller ones, but I think we're fine. So let's just put another granary down here. Nope, not that one. Smaller one. Right. 121. Like, this is the thing, I'm trying to make each individual island just completely manageable all by itself. To tell you what I can actually do now is these boats, they no longer actually need to send resources over here, because this place has fully built defences now. So, get rid of all that. I'll let them drop stuff off, but, you know. Right, because this place is actually fine all by itself. It's at 74 happiness, which is pretty average. We're at minus 107, though. And that's the entire kingdom, bear in mind. So, somewhere has to actually increase the taxes if we get too low. But I still think if we actually put some more houses in, we might be able to fix this. Oh no, a dragon. What am I going to do? Because this place is actually stocked up on people quite fast. Go on then. What do you got? Let's see. There we go, and he's done. Right, because if I actually put houses here, where are they going to go? You've got to bear in mind, if I actually put stuff on these tiles, like on the pier, it's very different from land, because you can't do anything on land other than the regular stuff and food and things, but you can't do that over here. So we're going to need to put a well over here. Why can't I put one there? Is it too far away from a road? Okay, right. There's an easy way to do this. Chop this stuff down and basically put a road here, then get rid of it once I've actually built the well, because the well doesn't need a road to be there once it's built. So we use the cheap one. I think one more and we should be fine. Come on. Actually, saying that, let's actually continue building the road, because if I'm going to build houses over here, what I can do is have an independent piece of road, which doesn't make any sense when you actually look at it, but I've actually done it somewhere else as well. Where was it? Can't see it right here, but if you just build a road, then leave one tile of road just in the middle of nowhere next to some houses, then as far as the house people are concerned, yeah, there it is. It's only one there, but this people, like, they were unhappy. So, like, we're not next to a road. Okay, there's a tile of road. So I had to build the road there, build the house, then just delete the road and put these two things there, because the road doesn't need to be connected to anything. It just needs to be a road. So we can get rid of that. Get rid of that, start getting the forest back. Right. So what are we going to put over here? That's going to be a mansion. There we go. So we'll get this piece of road. Oops. Get this piece of road as far down here as we can. Can you build a road on pier? I'm pretty sure you can. So I'm not sure where the road's going to stay, but I don't want to use the more expensive one. I know it's only like 5 stone and a bit of gold, but still. Right, because this doesn't need to be here, like, at all. I don't think you can put any trees there, so... Ooh, that's a good point. Can I actually do that? There we go. That might as well go there. It might as well. Seeing as nothing else can be built under here other than bits of road. Right, okay. You're nearly done over here. So what's going to go on this part? Because a mansion's going to go there. But you're going to want a neighbour. So... Okay, right, we don't actually need all these trees along here, so I can actually have a road that goes along there. That'll be fine. However, these people are kind of a bit distant from happiness stuff. And... there we go. You can actually build these on the diagonal now, which I did not know. Saying that, we can actually build a cottage there. Yeah, as I was saying, they're actually quite far away from the happiness stuff. All they've got is a tavern there, and I think that's it. So I might have to slip in a library somewhere. Alright, where are we going to put this? So I could actually build a cottage there and put something else in the corner. Oh my god. Right, you're just going to have to switch off for a minute because you're really getting annoying. Get rid of all that for me, would you? What can I actually do on one tile in the middle of nowhere? Can't build a well or anything. And I could put a hovel there, but I don't know if anyone can really get to that, if that makes sense. We'll put the cottage there. What can I build for one tile that's actually going to be worth putting there? You know what? Stockpile. There we go. It's an odd thing to put there, but it'll do. Oh, you want a bakery, do you? Where's the nearest bakery? Actually quite far away, isn't it? So... right, let's put more of this stuff down here. Let's not get too close to this thing. Wow, how many resources do I actually have? Oh damn, there we go. Right. I might build another section of wall along here. But I think I will. Because the Vikings can knock that down pretty quick. So we'll get around to that. But what's going to go on here? These guys want a bakery. I can easily put a bakery somewhere. I'll figure out where the road's going at some point. Yeah, let's make this into a proper road. What did I just delete? I hate it when it does that. If you don't click on something properly, then press delete. Whatever you had selected last just gets destroyed. Is it this? What did I have selected? Because this is really annoying. I had something selected, it's been destroyed now. I hope it wasn't anything important. Oh well, good luck. Right. Was it that? Yeah, it was that last one over there, wasn't it? Put that back. Now, because it's industry, it doesn't really matter where I put this stuff. So, we're going to have stuff next to road, but first things first. Wait a second, wait a second. Job done. Okay, the wall goes there. That gives us more space, so... a bakery, you say? You'll do. I know I get a bit too picky, but I want the bakery to go somewhere where it looks nice, you know? And it doesn't matter if people are unhappy about where it is, because, well... the people who work there aren't unhappy about anything. Hang on. Where are you? Oh, already gone. Never mind. That's the thing. Dragons are a threat right at the beginning of the game, and then they just a dragon. Who cares about dragons, you know? It's a bit weird. Right. How are we doing for money? Minus 86. We need more people. How are we doing for food? Plus 51. Because I'm going to have to be careful here. If I build too many things for people, then all of a sudden we're not going to have enough food. So I can go there. And again, just going by basic game mechanics here. That will be fine. Now, what happens if I put the well there rather than there? Because then I can actually... quickly... there we go. Right. Go with that. So, we can put the road along here. At least it's, like, easy to get to. And I can put a cottage there. So we've got a bit more space here. But now in a situation of, do we now have enough food? This is all barren land over here, I think. So, do we have any more tiles where we can actually put food if we need to? Because we still have... well, this isn't all, like, built yet, but... ooh, happiness places. Right. Oh, these are expensive. Okay. That covers all the new buildings. So there you go. And then we got something of 2 there. Not sure what we'll do with that. Idle people, 190. Wow. It's lazier than the town I live in. Just saying something. I don't like that risk. I really don't. Right. Chop that down. And put another well there. I've got lots of wells over here. But we kind of need them. Plus, this is extra space. What kind of food we got? Barren, barren, barren. Oops. Barren. Eh. I'll have to do. Right, yeah, we don't want that actually, you know, burning down. Really annoying when it does. Okay, so I have to keep an eye out for this because this could very easily burn something down from the lightning. Okay, the nearest place actually producing forest stuff is here. So all this can actually just go. We don't need it anymore. Merchants arrived. I'm also keeping an eye on the... Oh wait. There we go. Never mind. Oh, I can't cancel it. Okay, that's the actual guy doing that. Never mind. Right. Nothing burnt down from the lightning, which is good. How are we doing for food, though? Plus 47, still good. We've still got... Oh, another 9 beds. Minus 86. Okay, we need a lot more people living here than that. A lot more people. Now, I can actually build another manor here. So that's going to go off, and that's going to go off. Let's chop these down. Yeah, mana can go there. Alright. You can switch back on. No one's going to want to live over there. That's industry area there. Do I have enough time to build this there? Yes, I do. There we go. These things only need 1 tile to actually start cutting things down. It's a bit slower than like 2 or 3 tiles, but we don't need anything else. Okay then. Still at a minus. We need more people, right. Can we get more people anywhere else? We can get some more over here. Food is at minus 26. This is the problem. Having more food over here is a bad thing. Minus 26. So... Just look at all that stuff they've got stacked over there. Now we're at plus 26. Was I reading that wrong? Could have been reading that wrong. Okay, so what we'll do is... something over there. We've got space for houses and things. It's just... awkward. Alright then, how are you doing? Plus 72, just fine for food. So this is the thing, this place is like fully stocked up on this stuff. There's like a line over here, a couple lines over there, but we don't have the space for more houses here. We just don't. Right, and as for you lot, it's simply just going to be a couple more of these houses. Don't want to overdo it too much. 677 out of 694. Minus 126. Now, one thing I can actually just do, which I'm actually going to do now, is let's get rid of these. These things cost money, and the Vikings just never attack over here, so Because bear in mind, they can actually simply walk through the docks, because the docks aren't a wall. We can just walk through it. So what does that do? Minus 43, okay, that's a massive reduction. So now I really need to consider, do I actually need all these defences? I think I do at the moment. And hell, I was going to put one there eventually as well. Right, we're going to turn these into just one. Right, we're just going to put it like roughly in the middle. Don't need all these defences. Not at all. I put one there. I think what I'm actually going to do is we're going to remove that. We're going to remove that. And we're just going to put one there. That should do. And how much does it actually cost to keep going? 6 gold per year and 12 gold per year. Okay, so they actually... Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Vikings are about to attack anyway. This thing's going to die pretty soon. I should probably not mess around with my defences too much. Now here's the thing. Do I really need like all these defences right in the centre down here? Because the Vikings don't go down there. They just don't. So we've got one there. Yeah, that one's not really needed. That one can go. How are we doing now? +5. Okay, we're now on a bonus of money. That's good. That's very, very good. So just increase it a bit. There we go. Alright. I have a decent income. We're on +17. Not a huge amount. And we still have some people. Oh no, we've actually got everyone moved in here. Right. What's gonna go there? Tell you what, let's decide after the Vikings have attacked. Let's have a look. Because we're not saying that. We've only been streaming for getting on for an hour, but we're getting to the point where we've actually nearly stabilised the towns and the economy and everything, so. Like, as I said, this isn't going to be a super long stream anyway, so. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, only 11? Oh, 12. Huh. This is the thing, if it's only 12, it's going to be difficult to deal with then, isn't it? Saying that, there's a lot of damage being done here. Like, basically, where do they consider the weak points to be? The island's not been attacked at all. There's lots of damaged walls here. I think that's basically it. Yeah, that's it. That was the Viking attack. That was nothing. That's the thing, like, this is supposed to be hard mode, yet that's the Vikings attacking. Is it really a threat? I mean, is it really? Because I certainly don't think it is. Like, there's a weak wall there and there. I'm surprised they don't attack over here sometime, but hey, they just don't. So there is certainly one thing we can do, and that's just make the walls a bit tougher. And saying that, do we actually have enough resources for this? Like, I'm only going to do it on the outside wall. It's not like the wall actually blocks like line of sight or anything, does it? Oh, God. So this is at least something else to do, is we'll actually fix this. Now, I'm going to leave it at that, because... yeah, there's loads of idle people, but at the same time... yeah, don't mess around with that. Because if you have too many people actually doing the work, then all of a sudden there's people not doing something else, you know? Right. 230... yeah, God. Right. I did actually do something with this boat, didn't I? Yeah. You can still sail around just as something to do at least, but you're all done. Yes, these walls are much tougher now, right. Saying that, it's a difference of... what, 3 HP to... 4 HP. So 1 more HP. But it's less likely something will actually get knocked over, so that's something. Oh my god, the mouse is kind of annoying on this one. I wonder if it's easier to do it this way. Just in a line down. Now, something else I can do is increase the height of the towers. That's totally something I can do. What I'd like to do is actually do this first. Right, because you've got plenty of things to do over here. You've still got 66 people doing nothing, so you can just help with the building, can't you? Because what you don't want to do is replace the towers when there's actually somebody attacking, you know? Okay, you're actually full up with people there. 24 left, alright. It doesn't exactly look better, does it? But at the same time, they're not getting in. They're just not. So... right. What I would actually like to do is, when I can, is improve the central wall as well. Then we can actually think about the whole towers thing. 29 people spare, okay. Get around to it. Because we're now at the point where I've kind of built everything I want to build. Because, sure, this isn't as big as my previous kingdom, but what I partly want to do with these extra islands I have is, when there's more content in the game, then yes, totally. But as of right now, because there's not more stuff to do, I think just making the towers towers and walls bigger, really all I got. Yeah, because we're actually running out of resources now. That's something we need to bear in mind. What have you got? Okay, that took up a lot of resources there, but... wait, minus 36? Or a bonus? That is strange. I wonder if it's because we're building stuff right now. Like less tax collectors or something? That could be it. I'll have to check later when it's going to be more accurate. Right, because we can't have too many people building things at the same time, like as I said, because that's what happens. All of a sudden it's like, oh, your money's going down. Now we're at plus 17, yes, because we had too many people building stuff. Okay. God, this is going to take a lot of time then, isn't it? Okay. Next, dragon attack, exclamation mark repeatedly. I guess it's because the dragon was about to come in. And... you're dead. There we go. Lots of idle people. Let's get started. We're gonna get there eventually, aren't we? And we've nearly run out. Yeah, there we go. We've almost got all the way around with that one, so that one's nearly done. These ones, because they were very carefully balanced, and the amount of number of people we've got and all that kind of shiz, basically we can't put too much stuff on it, so there we go. Let's fill everyone up. Oh, okay, right. Oh, there we go. It'll take a long time. This is where all the spare people are, it's just this is where the resources aren't, you know? Wait a minute, where was it that I just deleted the quarry because I thought we just didn't need it anymore? Over there, wasn't it? Kinda need that quarry back now, don't we? I know we could put it there. That's a thought, isn't it? That is a thought. I'll have to wait till the merchant comes back. I'll have to buy something from him. But other than that, that is actually all the way around, so... Where was that I messed up earlier? Over here, right. Oh my god. Really annoying. It's not just my mouse, it's just where the cursor is exactly. You have to be very specific with it. Right. You know, if we're going to go all the way around with all of these, then let's just... Let's just start somewhere on here, you know? There's also just something to use the resources on, because once you've actually built your defense, you don't really do much else with them, do you? You get loads of wood and stone, which you'd build for houses and maybe some bigger things, but other than that, you just kind of go through this stuff pretty quick, don't you? Are all my foresters actually turned on? They are, okay, we're not getting much coming in. Plus 42, that's not very much. Yeah. Not getting a huge amount coming in, are we? So. Now, realistically, you can actually just build one tile of wall. Like, early on, having 2 tiles works really well. Because they just cannot get in. They just can't. But at the same time... Let's not build too much. Yeah, at the same time, you end up in a situation where it's like, well... Later on in the game, you kind of think, well, if I just built one really big wall, we'd be fine, you know? Plus 17, okay, we're still good for how much gold we've got. They don't really look like much like towers now, do they? Well, I'm kind of curious how tall we can actually get them. Take a while though, isn't it? I suppose it doesn't really matter whereabouts we actually build these extra wall tiles, but... As long as they're actually built somewhere. Tempting to actually move some more resources via the boats, but I think because the amount of people we've got, it's going to take a long time for anything to actually happen over here as well. So fuck it, here we go. Let's get a lot more than usual done, right, because that's that section done. Then we're going to get back to doing this bit, which takes quite a while. Because when the Vikings attack again, the walls are going to be even stronger. I mean, what are they going to do, you know? I'm just not really bothered anymore about the Vikings, which isn't something on this game, I'd say, you ever should be saying. Because the Vikings just cannot keep going. They just can't. Oh, we've not done this side at all, have we? I was kind of looking at this going, oh, that looks... It's all well and done. No, it's not. Right. Get that lot done. See, we're even bigger than the outpost now. The outpost is being just overwalled. As for this place, I'm sure my actual castle was a lot bigger last time. I think it's because of how many people I had in my last kingdom. I think there was just a lot more people there. Which means it was no longer like a town of any size, it was just a huge city now. Right then. No. There we go. We haven't started on that side. Let's get this part done, then we'll start like doing the double wall. Oh, we're out of stone. I didn't cancel any of the quarries over here as well, did I? Where are they? They're over here, weren't they? I think I did. Yeah, there's only one quarry on here because I got rid of that because, well... Yeah. All that mining we just didn't need to do anymore. Okay. Well, isn't that an awkward situation we're in now? That was the only quarry, wasn't it? Yeah. Take a long time to get this done now. A long time. Right, let's keep an eye out. Let's make sure nothing burns down. Okay, I think I actually want to kind of go at this from this angle. If this one will be done eventually, then I think we'll start moving the boats around so we can actually fix the other places. Yeah, because I just thought, I don't need any resources anymore. I think I'm done, but now I actually kind of desperately need them, you know. Right, back over here. On the plus side, I've got 3 islands to manage now, so by the time I'm done with one, I'm kind of back to the other one already, you know. And while I've been messing around with those other 2, look at the resources I've got. Get a few more of these things done. There, we can actually click on the right thing. And what I should have... God. Yeah, what I should have is all of the walls done before the next Vikings attack. That should be how long it's going to take me. And it's already dead. Okay, well, there you go. That's all we got. Don't have the stone. Oh, hold up. We can't afford all of that. Awkward. We'll, like, buy what we actually can. Then we're kind of in situations where all of a sudden, like, people don't have enough. Oh dear. It's bad. Don't spend all your money, because you need some. You need, like, a buffer. And that should actually help speed things up a bit. There we go. We'll leave that at 2 until we actually get enough. These people seem okay with actually being taxed a lot. So we'll just kind of leave it at that for now. We'll wait till the amount goes up a lot, because wherever the merchant shows up next is basically going to be next place where we actually buy lots of resources just to speed things up a bit. Next, one thing I don't want to be stuck doing is...
Add-on complete.
Oh, thanks for the follow out, Frost. Also, how's it going? I haven't seen you say anything in chat, but it's okay. I know when it comes to Twitch, I always just lurk in channels. I just don't really say anything, I just sit there and watch stuff. Usually because I'm eating something. I just sort of lie back and just watch stuff. It's only really my my housemate's channel where I actually type anything, mainly just to annoy him, so... Alright, let's get this thing done. Happiness 52, ouch. I wanted more money, but this is what we have to do. Tell you what, put that down to 1. That down to 1. Just randomly found me by some Kingdoms of Castles, think if I should get the game. For what you get, it is actually pretty decent. It's like $5.99, I think. That's how much I bought it for, or $6.99, something like that. As for what you get, it is quite nice. Just bear in mind that the content they make for it, there's a decent amount of it, but it's quite slow. Like, there's not many people who actually work on this game. Bear that in mind, because I've actually put out loads of streams of this, like, already. So if you want to look at that, then you can have a look at my YouTube channel and look at all the streams there from when I actually started playing the game to where I am now, and just think of it worth it from there. Because the last content update they did, they built 3 buildings into the game, and that's it. So this is actually the last stream of this I'm going to be doing for a while. Basically, when they put more content into the game, I'll get back into playing it. Because I'm basically going to finish off all of these islands, and I'm going to leave these 2. So when they bring in something new and interesting, then I'll start streaming this again. Because the awkward situation you have is when you watch people play the game, is there's not really anything new to do once you've played through it. It's the sort of game of, you've got 2 types of maps, land and island. Realistically, land is just one big island, because these all seem like islands no matter the way you look at it. So you're probably going to play this a couple of times, and maybe like another time on a different difficulty setting, but I'm playing on hard mode, and I'm kind of at a situation where every time the Vikings attack, because of my walls are just so big, it doesn't really bother me. So, it depends. You're probably not going to play it that many times. It's not got much replayability. But I do know that it's something I can just leave like on my computer for a bit, because it's not actually a large game. Especially if you're in a situation like some of my followers have, where they don't have like a very good graphics card, their computer isn't that great. This just doesn't take that much effort to run at all. So that's good. And also, if you want something to play and don't have much money, well, there you go. There's something else for you. But other than that, like, I'm going to play it a couple of times. This is the second playthrough I've done. The first one was on land, on the normal setting. This is on island, on hard. And I've already got 3 huge islands built up, but because there's not that much they're going to bring into the game, for now at least, that's why I'm going to sort of leave it on pause. I'm not going to quit playing it, because it is a fun game. I do like to just chill out and play this game. This is something you can just relax and play, as long as you're not stressed out from Vikings anymore, but... Right. Do we actually need the merchant over here? I don't think we do. So, I'll leave that for now. I don't think there's any point in me transferring resources between the islands anymore, because we're all nearly done. Let's see, I think that one is done. They've basically increased the height of all of the walls by 1. It's just this place has taken a while because there's not really that many spare people around to build stuff. So, how high can I build the towers? So the thing is that these are actually at max range, I think. So let's find out, shall we? Let's find out. We'll increase the height by 1. It's one of those things, if there's no point increasing the range anymore, because if I click on one of these, what you get is... I hate it when it flickers like that, but there we go. You see this sort of circle we've got here, and then there's like a little grey thing here. Oh, saying that. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There, that's the maximum range of the ballista tower. You can't really see where my mouse is, can you? Wait, no. Yeah, you can. Looking on OBS, here you can. So there we go. As for these... Oh yeah, they've still got more height to go. Yeah, okay. Let's increase the height some more. Thanks for the insight and fire with the slow game development. Most of what I play is indie. Is the only focus of the game defending against Vikings and fortifying, or is there some depth to city building and management or something else? Basically, this game is do not die. There is no end game at all. This game has 0 end game. So it's really a case of, are you interested in surviving up to a certain point in the game where you've developed your city enough that the Vikings aren't a problem. Like, basically, these sorts of defenses here aren't the best defenses, but I got to a point where the Vikings just destroyed bits of walls here and there, and that's it. They were all dead by then. I didn't need to worry about it. So you end up in a situation where, are you interested in managing a city, managing the resources, the people's happiness, the people's food? It's like, if you like the SimCity games, like, there's no real end game in SimCity, but if you like doing stuff like that, that's what the game has. Like, the survival aspect kind of just drains off after a while. Like, yeah, there are dragons in this game, but so? Like, they're a problem right at the beginning of the game, because you don't have that many defenses and stuff. Like, you can start the game and instantly get dragons, which is basically what I got on this map. This one was actually quite problematic right at the beginning, but really? Dragons aren't a problem, so I'm at the point in this game where Vikings aren't a problem, dragons aren't a problem. Do I like playing SimCity? The answer to that is yes, actually. I actually kind of think it's quite relaxing to just chill out and manage these cities as they are. That's what I like doing. So if you like doing stuff like that, then this is the sort of game you might enjoy playing. Oh, Cities Skylines. I've got, oh yeah, well, this is why dragons aren't a problem. There we go. That's why dragons aren't a problem. I'm on max speed right now, bear in mind, but that just flew in and died straight away, so... I've got Cities 2012, I think. That's the one I have, but... Let's see, get these as high as we can. That's as high as I can get them. Basically, the height you can get the towers is all about what the adjacent tower is built to. Like, if you see how tall these are, that's because the height of these used to be 1. However, the height of these is now 3, which means we can now go another 3. Because there is actually an achievement in this game to... Did I get all of these on there? There we go. To actually... I think it's called the Tower of Babel, if you're actually familiar with that story. That's the achievement in this game, which is literally just to build... You can just do 2 bits of wall to go all the way up so it basically hits the camera. So that's something you can do. Which I already have that achievement because it's one of those things I thought I have nothing else to do in this previous playthrough, so I just built stuff like that. But is that really as high as this can go? Let's see. Yes, it is, right. Vikings are attacking in 3 years, so I want to be careful, because these things do take a long time to build. Like, I'm on speed mode and everything's still not built yet, so let's just remove these in the right places here. You don't have any stone, do you? Production is slow. Like, building all these walls is expensive. Yeah, as I said, this is going to be the last stream of this I do for probably a while. I'll wait till the next patch comes in, see what's in there, and then see if I can actually build something interesting. When it comes to games where you have to build stuff, I like to challenge myself with something, because before this patch, on the land map, what I did is you can actually build piers on... Like, you see this sort of brighter piece of water here? Not this bit, like this brighter piece of water. I basically found an island that had a lot of that around it. I then built a fort here and got rid of all of the land and see if I could manage like a really tiny fort. Just like to challenge myself. This is XL, yeah, I know that. That's completely different City Skylines, not even the same publisher. Oh, is it not? Okay, never mind. That's my knowledge. That's my knowledge of these games. Yeah, you played it too. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Cities games that are quite different from each other, but the only issue I really have with those kind of games is that some of them are actually very, very complex, which I know is something people really enjoy. Like, some people like really getting into the depth of like the economic development that some of these games actually have, but for me, that's a little bit too much. Like, I like things up to a certain level, but SimCity was really fun. Like, bear in mind I had SimCity that came out in the late 90s or early 2000s, I forget which one it was. That's the SimCity I played, but I think the more recent SimCity games are actually a bit much. They're a bit much. They've got lots of aspects in it that I think it just gets too complicated. I know it's some people's thing, but it's not my thing. This game is very, very simple. All you need to manage is people's happiness, food, well, all these resources down at the bottom, basically, the number of beds you've got and things like that. That's all you need to manage, and of course, not dying. That's it. As long as you can manage all those things, that's fine with me. It's just, I don't know, this game is supposedly finished, but I do think eventually they need to bring in some sort of end game where you can actually win, as it were, or at least get to a point where it's like you've basically completed this map. You can keep on playing if you like, but that's it. I think there needs to be some sort of feature like that, because like on my previous playthrough, I say playthrough, on the previous build where I was just on one bit of land, I built something everywhere, but then I didn't have anything else to do, which is why I then just decided to start over again. So if you like starting over again repeatedly, that's something you can do, because there's nothing else to do other than that. Thing is that I'm not actually that good at those kind of games. Everyone gets really unhappy and hates my towns. Whereas this is a lot easier to do. Right, the Vikings are originally going to attack in 1 year, so I'm going to stop messing with the towers. I'm going to get all of them to the max height, but then that's going to be it for now. Because that's not done yet. It also affects where the Vikings are going to attack, because they go for what they think is going to be the best. So once the Vikings attack, let's have a quick look. Everything's okay. 75 happiness, 73, 80. Economy's at +3, that's fine. Yeah, I never made good-looking towns. It was really just chuck this where it needs to be, but I'm really, really picky when it comes to stuff like that, so... I like, for example, you don't even need to... Oh, I'll show you this, actually. Just slow down a bit. Right. If I look at, like, these houses, if I can actually zoom all the way in. Like this, right here. Oh, that's the front door of the mansion, but you don't need to put the front door next to a road. You just put the building down. As long as it's adjacent to a road, then it works as a house. But for me, no. I have to rotate everything so it looks nice. Like, I get very picky when it comes to basically everything, so... Got really sad when I put the bakery over here. There's a bakery there. The front door is like behind this town. Look at that. That's a window. The door's over to the right. Ugh. Ruined. Completely ruined. Right, at this level though, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is actually quite a lot of Vikings, to be fair. 22. 23. This is a lot of Vikings. I'm glad I built my walls higher. Okay, so, Vikings. We have huge ogres that are actually easier to deal with, because there's only one of them on a boat. It looks a bit stupid, doesn't it? Look at him riding that boat. Poor guy. He's going to be dead in a minute. As for the actual Vikings, there they are. They'll like jump off the boat and raid the place when they can. Now, ogres just like smashing walls to pieces. But other than that, where are they actually going? Okay, that's my boat over there. I don't need that. Yeah, see, they're all dead, so I'm just going to start rebuilding that wall. They basically can only get off this little gap right next to the sea there. Damn. I think this is the most damage they've done over here. And they're basically done. And there's no point rebuilding stuff next to Vikings, because they'll just knock it down before they've even started building, and you waste your resources. But once they've actually just walked off somewhere, just start building things. And these are the damaged blocks here, but as long as you have a mason, you can see the masons actually starting to repair this stuff, so I need to worry about that. I did reduce the number of towers I had around here. But yeah, they've damaged this stuff. The things that were damaging this part here are now dead. These three are the only problem right now. Is there anything else dead? These two still here. Also, it gives people something to do, because usually the Vikings would get in, start attacking people and burning things down, so all the villagers would get busy and start trying to repair things, put out the fires and stuff like that, but they can't even get in. These guys are pretty much dead. Prison Architect. Is that like Theme Hospital, except in a prison? Because I've played Theme Hospital, like the original one, like a long time ago. Oh man. That's a bit of nostalgia right there, Theme Hospital. I loved playing Theme Hospital. That was a fun game. But yeah, you always have to be really picky. Everything has to be just right. To make sure we're not missing out on anything. Yeah, there's lots of things that need repairing, but I think we're fine. Alright, well, it's going to be... Okay, next Dragon Attack in 1 year, which is not very long. So let's not get rid of all of these things. Let's just rebuild them here and there. So that at least some defense is nearby. I want all of these to be the maximum height, just so they can get as much range as they can. Because they could go higher, like I was saying before. There's still some extra range we could get on these, but I think they're fine. Like, as we saw there, the Vikings can't get in. They just can't. And the thing is like, having 2 tiles worth of wall, it's like they destroy a bit of wall, then walk off somewhere else, you know? I don't know why they do that. I hate that flickering. I have no idea how Theme Hospital plays. Prison Architect is the building a prison in top-down grid view. Managing prisons employees so that stuff doesn't get out of hand and so it doesn't get bankrupt. That's kind of what Theme Hospital is. You basically start with an area and then you have to start building the hospital inside it. You don't build walls or anything like that. It's literally, here are the outside of the buildings and then you put stuff in them. So you have to then like put in receptionist, hospital. You can build walls on the inside of the buildings, bear in mind. And basically what you do is you build all sorts of things. Everything from, like, things that, like, people, like, you know, when they pay money and get food or drinks from, things like that. You put seats in, all that kind of stuff. Then you get loads of ill people showing up. You'll have problems, like, someone will come in and vomit everywhere, and you have to, like, recruit people to clean it up and stuff like that. All things like that. That's basically what Theme Hospital is. I know they've actually done like a few different Theme Hospitals, but as far as I'm concerned, the most important one is the original one. Oh god, does it look bad. It has not lived the days when it comes to graphics. Right, where's the dragon? Immediately dead, okay. Alright, well, it's going to be a while till the next dragon shows up, so... Let's see. Lots of idle people, that's fine with me. Let's get these towers as high as we can. Just noticed how much resources we have on this island. Not a huge amount. Go bother someone else for a bit. You've got resources, let's get your towers nice and high. In Prison Architect you build everything, walls, power stations, water pumps, gateways, cell blocks, canteens, etc. It's actually quite fun, especially once you figure out ways to cut down costs without starting riots. It does sound to me like Theme Hospital, but a little bit different and, of course, in a prison, so... That's probably what inspired them in the first place, Theme Hospital, because Theme Hospital is very old, and it was kind of the first game to do that kind of stuff. So it is like the original inspiration game for that kind of thing. Right, I'm not really bothered where the merchant is right now. Let's go to a different one. See, it's starting to look nicer now, doesn't it? Oh yeah, the mason's not done. I was going to say, why is that wall broken still? It's going to be a while before everything's fixed. They actually did quite a bit of damage to this place. I also got to keep in mind how much money we have. Still on plus 107, but rebuilding all of these archer towers and blister towers is expensive. I'm just doing it because we have the money. And the Vikings and dragons aren't going to be here for quite a while. Just keep making our way around. Yeah, the range on these things gets pretty big once they get higher and higher and higher. Of course, they do have a maximum range, though. That's the downside. It does get to a point where there's no point in building anything higher. Right, getting low on wood here, so I'll do this one as the last one, then we'll move over to a different island. Because the thing is all the different economies, other than money, is all on the same one. Like, same with happiness and everything. Like, we go to a different island, different set of happiness, but the money carries over. That's the difference. We are not getting much... What's this at? Plus 49. I know I actually moved one of the quarries on here, because I didn't think I needed it anymore, but... Not the best. Parts of this game remind you of Banished. I actually don't know what that is. That's not a game I'm familiar with. Oh, and we're out of stone. Oh dear. Tell you what. Don't need that one. We'll keep just you, and we'll actually make that a ballista tower. Because that's got range on these two islands, and if anything goes in the middle, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 towers that just kind of shred everything, so... This is the thing, I don't... Like, this is probably... 439... But yeah, 440. This might be the longest I've actually played a single, like, actual game. So as far as I know, there could be like 50 ships that just turn up the next time and I'm kind of screwed. Like, I don't actually know that. So, something I need to bear in mind. We put a tower on here, I don't think we did. Oh! Whoops. Let's build the wall over here. I am not a smart man. Tell you what. Let's get these as high as we can, the towers, then we'll do the wall. So I'm trying to increase the height by like 1 for all of my walls everywhere, and I missed this section here. Banish is a pretty cool management game about a small colony of outcasts trying to survive and build their village to a prosperous town. It kind of sounds like a similar idea to some of the other games that came out recently when I was actually looking at this one. I know there's one where you basically have to start a town in the middle of like a frozen location. I don't know where it's supposed to be, but I think the idea of that is like the world has come to like an apocalyptic era and everywhere's just freezing. Like there's like an apocalyptic cold or something, but you've got to try and manage your town and manage the heat and everything like that. Because before I actually bought this one, I actually had to look at some of the other stuff that I could have bought. Now here's one interesting thing you can do. Like your city has like a flag, which you can't really see from here, but you can have custom flags as well. There we go. Hang on, let's have a better look at them. It's going to be... I don't know why it's backwards on the town hall. But yeah. It's kind of awkward, isn't it? But there you go. I, of course, made mine into an advert because why wouldn't I, you know? But advertise your channel and stuff like that. Right. Haven't done all the towers either. This is actually taking longer than I expected. We all done over here? Not quite. Nearly done with these. I think once we're actually done with one of these islands, we'll actually start transferring some resources over to speed things up. Because I think this original place is going to take quite a while until it's finished. Quite a while. Oh yeah, look how much stone we've got on this one. Tons. Banished, nice moody graphics and music, building of houses, services like forestry or food supplies, managing resources and jobs, in a really challenging environment. How new is it? Because I know there's actually a few games that came out on Steam recently that all looked very, very similar, and they're all kind of in a medieval setting, and you were quite simply building a very basic medieval town. That's what it was. I forgot what I actually put on here. I think it was an arch tower, wasn't it? There we go. Right, we're actually done here, so... transport ship. You're going from Razor to... that one, right. So... Razor. You're going to pick up stone, say 30, and pick up wood, say 15. Destination, drop that off in the main place. Put that all in there. This is what the boats are for on the different quarries, is you can transfer resources from place to place. But of course they could be in danger because of the Vikings. Now, the Vikings don't attack these at all. I've never seen a Viking attack a boat. Never. Right, let's speed things up again. Max speed. Spanish came out in 2014. Okay, now I'm thinking of some more recent stuff. Okay, this place is nearly done. As high as it's going to go. 25 wood, we've nearly got that. Just put this on before I disappear somewhere else. Got one more tower to do on this one before we move over somewhere else. Come on. The land maps are a lot easier because, of course, everything counts as technically one really big island, and of course there's no transportation of resources everywhere. I think the land maps are the ones I prefer because the island ones become a bit of a hassle. Right, how are we doing? We've got all the towers in this one, you can keep transferring stuff over. Oh man, this can take forever, isn't it? Let's see, how many towers have we got? 3 more towers to do till they're the right height, and then the rest of this wall. Yeesh. Okay, you're actually full up on wood. How much wood do you actually... Ooh, -2. 30 from shipping. I'm not even taking any wood from here. Where are you going? What? Okay, you're going from this dock to this one. You're going from this place over to this island, so... You're picking up stuff at Bereza, which is this one. Dropping stuff off over here. Is that the right way around? Oh, you pick... Oh, I put both of these on pickup. Whoops. He's just continually picking up resources, that's why he's got so much stuff. This is Dock Prideaux. So, there you are, right. At Prideaux, drop all that off. Just drop all that off. This boat's going from the right place to the right place. At which place is it stopping off at? Right, I need to fix this. I made a mess of this one. Where are you going? We're going to this place. So, you can drop off. No. Wood, stone. Just get all the stuff off the boat as a priority. Get all of it off the boat. You're still transferring resources from this place to Bereza. Right. Stop doing that. Just drop off all this stuff. I've got so many... blah, blah. It's got so much stuff on the boats, I'm confusing myself. Losing my words here. Right. I think I'm still moving resources from this main island off to the previous one. Don't need to do that anymore. Right. Because originally I was supposed to be getting stuff from this place back to here, but I think I messed up the boats. They get a bit confusing if you don't pay attention properly, which is probably not what I'm doing. Okay, as for you, this is the last one. Alright. And we're done with that island. Just this one. See, now we're dropping off all the stuff. Hang on. Dragon. Dragons stopped being a problem a long, long time ago. Like, right in the beginning, when you haven't even built towers yet, they just come in and start breathing fire over everything. And it's an absolute mess. Later on, it's just like, oh, it's a dragon. Okay. Because here's the thing, right? Plus 20%, not 20%, plus 20, excited about the dragon kill. All they do is show up and, like, cheer people. Cheer people up. Because before, everyone gets terrified because there's a dragon attack and everything's been burnt down and oh god, what's happening? And then later on it's like, oh, a dragon! I love these! Let's sit here and watch them die. It's like... Alright. Okay, this is slowly dropping stuff off that it's actually carrying. Bit of a mess. Alright. Is that it? Is that all I can afford? We're getting there. We're getting there. Here's the thing. Where are you going? You're going from Razor to Prideaux. Let's switch you to Vandergroot. No, hang on. Keep Prideaux on there, and then... There we go. Just drop stuff off. There we go. Just beating the opposite. Kind of a dislike for games that portray dragons as a dumb, aggressive beast after reading about the lore of the dragons in Warcraft. That's the thing, like... You get this thing in Skyrim as well. Like, early on, dragons are incredibly dangerous and they're really tough to fight. You'll spend ages and ages and ages. Then later on it's like, ooh, a dragon! Let's go kill him. Like, I think that's the kind of thing they're messing up when it comes to dragons in certain games, is that the whole point of dragons in lore of anything is they're supposed to be this huge, dangerous beasts that destroy everything. And then, all of a sudden, you get a certain game, it's like, oh, it's just a dragon. It's like, well, why did you put the dragon in the game, then? You know? I mean, okay, in certain games, like Warcraft, certain original bosses that are dragons become easy to kill simply because, well, you're high enough level. That's a bit different, I think. It's a bit different. Oh, hang on, how much stone have we got? I will take that. Because I know I used to play World of Warcraft, like when it first came out in vanilla. I played it until the... what's the northeastern place called with all the ice and stuff, with Arthas and everything? That expansion, I played that for a bit and I stopped playing, because a lot of my friends just stopped playing as well. I was kind of done with it. Like, in the vanilla days, there was this huge demon boss. I forget where it was, but one of the things this guy did on my server is he was playing as a hunter, and he basically attacked it, and of course it chased after him. However, he had tons of speed potions and health potions, and he dragged it all the way to Ironforge. And I was actually online at the time, because I was just chilling out waiting for my raid to start, and then all of a sudden, like, people start complaining, and I was like, oh my god, there's a huge demon. It's like, what? So, of course, yeah, I'm level 60, and back then I was, like, just doing the whole basic Molten Core type raid stuff, I think it was, so that's how far back it was. And I go outside Ironforge, and there's a huge demon there. It's like, this is a raid boss, what's it doing in Ironforge? Like, those were the days, back in vanilla World of Warcraft, that was my favourite. Back when everything in the game was dangerous. Everything was dangerous that was supposed to be a boss. Whereas it kind of gets to the point where if you're high enough level, all the lower level bosses are just kind of just something to just deal with. Not something that's a problem. Like, I think if you start like fighting a boss, it really should be, if it's too low level, then whoever's actually fighting it, it should like level it up to meet the difficulty or something. Oh, I missed this one. You're more partial to dragons being intelligent creatures, often benevolent, having an important role in the world rather than just destroying things. I do actually. Now, I play loads and loads of D&D and Pathfinder, and that's basically what dragons are in those games. I actually really like that. Not just something that is a beast that goes around destroying everything, but something that's incredibly intelligent and always has a plan going in the background, you know? Yeah. D&D and Pathfinder, those are my favourite games. I'm a pen and paper RPG guy. That goes back to... when did I start playing that? I think it was like 2008, 2009 is when I first started playing D&D. But yeah, other than that, I think we've actually done all of the towers. Now, these aren't built quite yet. And then there's this one to do. Right, now, what I would like them to do in this game is to do something with the camera where you could actually go down really low and actually take the view as a person. Because what I like doing is kind of like scooting around the different areas like this. I have to just tap forwards, otherwise I'm going to fly forwards. Now, this is the awkward part. Need to turn left and also strafe left as well, otherwise the camera rotates awkwardly. But if you could like take on the view as a person and just go around like that, I think that'd be really good. Also, these are the doctors, these are the plague doctors. Kind of look a bit, oh god, you know what I mean? Kind of look a bit odd from there, but yeah. And here's some farms. There's a library, a well. I just like strafing the camera around here now and then, because I think I'm basically done. I'm basically done with this. Because if there's going to be... Ooh, where does this go? If there's going to be any more stuff to this game, that's when I'll get back to playing it. So it'd be nice if you couldn't actually zoom through the floor. Let's just look in this direction. I just like doing this to see like what you've actually done. Slow things down again. Just have a nice look at your city, because just viewing it from the top is good, but every now and then it's nice to just sort of go down to the village's view and see what they can see. See what you've built from the ground floor. Yeah, there we go. So let's go over to the more recent island. Come in through the docks. Where are these people going? That's a lot of food they're carrying. Damn, these people are strong. It's when you see people carrying huge blocks of stone through the water, it's like, how? Shouldn't you just sink? That's some strong legs they got there. Now, one thing you can do is name all of the taverns and all of the islands. However, I haven't really bothered on this one. Usually I just ask people in chat if they want something to be named. So the last map I did has quite a few of those on, but this doesn't have that many. Forget if anything actually has been named on this one. They just stayed with the default name of the island. That's why it's called Dragon's Beach, which isn't a very interesting name, but... Alright, just keep scooting through this. I like doing this anyway, like some people might find this really boring. It's like, why are you looking at this from the ground view? The camera's not even meant to do that. I know it's not, but I like going through the cities and seeing things like that. I'm really an explorer kind of person. I like looking around and finding things, which is why when I play RPG games, I have to go absolutely everywhere. Like recently I streamed Deus Ex Human Revolution. I love that game. It's good to go back to playing for it, because the last time I played is when it came out back in like 2011, 2012. And I explored absolutely everywhere. Opened every single drawer, every single crate, read every single message, because that's just how I play these games. And of course, everyone who knows how to play RPG games properly will agree with me and say, if you find out where the correct way to go is, you turn around and go the other way, because you've got to explore everywhere. Yeah, a good view of that island. Oh god, right. And then of course there is the main one. Let's find an easy way in. There we go. I'll just have a quick view through here. Because, oh yeah, the bathhouse now. No, we haven't done yet. Hey guys, how's it going? You wearing your clothes in your bathhouse? Made a mess of things there. Yeah, so I know you're not supposed to do this at all, but I just love every now and then just having a like view through this area. Just really awkward to try and turn it around at the same time, you know? The camera is not meant to do this at all. All this stuff people are carrying, oh my god. That's a lot of stuff in the storage space. A lot of stuff. So I know if you don't have enough storage spaces, then like quarries, foresters and stuff like that, they just stop working. So it's like, well, I can't put this stuff anywhere, can I? Where's my castle? I'm trying to find my castle here. So farms here. Oh, there's my castle. Right, hang on. I say that, it's more of a fort right now, because it's not big enough to become a castle yet. But yeah, there we go. I think that's pretty much all of this stuff. So I'll tell you what, let's save it. Dragon's Beach. Because I still have people chilling out in chat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you probably haven't seen, which is the first one I did. Yeah, I've just saved it, right? Oh, I get really worried about this, right? Hang on. Year 450, yeah. Ah, year 321, so I actually hadn't played as far in this one. Right, this is the first playthrough I did. And this is on a land map, which realistically, that looks like an island. I mean, think about it, that's an island right there. But this is my first playthrough, so let's just have a look, shall we? Because as you build certain buildings... Oh, that's why it's not as big as this one, because I think the Great Hall is a special building. Certain buildings you build increases the size of your castle. So, well, actually saying that's apparently a keep right now. It's not a castle yet. But we'll get there. So, now I tell you what, the economy is probably screwed up because I haven't played this since the last patch. And I know people's happiness can be in a bit of a mess. Minus 64. Oh my god, my economy is an absolute downfall. Yeah, because they changed the way that some of the economy features work, which means this place is likely all screwed up. You know what? Let's at least get into the summer, then we'll pause it again. I don't like looking at things in the winter. It doesn't look as nice. Yeah, this was my original town, which eventually you just build anything into manors, and you only build like cottages and other things if there's actually space for it. Alright, let's see if we can have a look through and have a look around. Because the thing is about the land map is you can actually build your city to the entire size of the map if you wanted to. Oh hey Gabriel, how's it going? I've basically finished the previous island map now, so I'm going back into the original one, just kind of having a browse. Because I think there's not really much to do in the island map now. In fact, I'll have to go back and show you it in a minute, but you've actually seen this, I believe. So, yeah, I'm just showing out the original map. And of course I've got this. This is the thing, like, I found that once I'd built my city, like, around here, I was like, right, let's make it bigger. So I built on an extra section, and an extra section and things like that. Of course, on the land maps, because everything's tied together, you need so much food, which is why I have these huge orchard areas with tons and tons of food in them. Marketplaces, all sorts of stuff, but yeah. I'm keeping it on pause because the economy is different in this patch. So this was built in the old patch, so this place is not very well, like, economized? Is that even a word? This is called Munzwerf, which means coin flip. Which is something I used to say quite a lot, depending on what game it was. It was a 50-50 chance on XCOM, and XCOM 2, which is something I played a lot on stream. If it's 50-50, I would like coin flip, and then just go for it. That's where the term comes from. And of course, Nevota is German. I was like, what's coin flip in German? He's like, Munzwerf. I was like, okay, there we go. That's the city name. As for this place, that's only called the Wooden Inn, because this is where I got a lot of my wood from. Let's see, what are the interesting tavern names around here? Did I name the docks? No, I don't think I did. Where are the other taverns? There's one. The Nameless Tavern. Okay, I guess that's because no one wanted to name that one. That's actually not named, it's just called a tavern. Okay. Oh, you've been at a bit barbecue. Nice. Chilling out and enjoying the heat. I have to say, it's absolutely boiling. It's been boiling all week, and it's amazing. I love it. That's the Tuffern. Oh my god, you guys and your puns, right? Dragon's Breath. I don't think that was... I think someone actually wanted to give that a proper name, which is why it's called that. Dragonfly. Okay. Right. This is the thing, like, you can actually build your city all along the map here, but I thought it would be more interesting if I kind of, like, built a city, and then built... I guess this is more of a town, actually. Just build a town next to it, you know? That kind of made more sense to me. Yeah, because of course a lot of this land was actually barren, which is why you have to build one of these, which is called Noria, which is an odd word for it. I would have thought you'd call it like a... Saying that, it's a bit bigger than a water wheel, isn't it? So, yeah, that basically gets all the water onto the aqueduct, which eventually goes to this thing here, the reservoir. And then this huge area becomes fertile land because, as you can see here, barren land, you can't put anything that like produces food on there. Then you get regular fertile land, and these really green ones is very fertile, which gets a bonus to like food and stuff like that. You hate excess heat? Fortunately, you're enjoying British weather over the continent right now. I'm loving the British weather right now. Like, usually we just get shit weather, but right now, the heat, and they were like, oh no, there's going to be a wave of heat until the next weekend. I was like, yes! Seriously, sunny, beautiful weather. Best time to sit inside and play video games. Anyway, yeah, because I went out, where was it? So on Monday I went to do some shopping and I almost died when I got back. I was like, but yeah, I love the sunny weather, I really do. Mainly because I hate the cold weather. I absolutely hate it. I get cold really easily. Alright, and this is the next town. Now here's the weird thing. The Vikings don't really want to attack this place. And the reason why I didn't build a wall around it, first of all, for style. Second, because I thought, well, if the Vikings are going to attack anywhere, wouldn't it be nice if we just gave them somewhere to attack? But they don't attack this place at all. They just don't. I don't know why it is. That's not named. That's not named. Also, something I did here is you don't get rivers. You should get rivers in this game. However, you can actually make your own rivers by, where is it? A moat. Because, of course, you build a moat around a castle. However, you can also just build a moat anywhere. And it looks really nice. You should get these in the just the game development, but that's what I put in myself. Oh, how's your driving lesson going, by the way? How's it all going? Because I know I actually took quite a few driving lessons, and I got passed my driving test on the second attempt. Oh, right, the first attempt. Okay, this is why it didn't work. So there was a really long road, and I was coming out from a countryside road onto the long road, and I looked left and right. There was one car off in the distance, just one car, and I thought I was starting to pull out a little bit. I thought, no, actually, no. It's a driving test. Let's be nice and careful. He's probably driving a bit fast. I think I moved forward maybe like this far. I still had like well, you can't even see my arms on the camera what I'm doing, but I had like several meters to go before I even reached the road. I started to drive forward and thought, no, let's play it safe. So I put the brake on. Thing is that the person doing the driving test, I guess the driver teacher or however you want to say it, they put the brake down the exact same time I did. And they probably glanced at me to see, right, I stopped you there. Just they looked at me to see how I'd react. But because we did it at the same time, I didn't do anything. So I thought, well, I just stopped the car. I'll wait till this guy goes all the way past, then I'll pull out. That's why I failed the test the first time. So, yeah. That was awkward, because of course, when I was told that that's why I failed it when we got back to the car park where we started, of course, I just sounded like the regular complainer of, but I did put my foot on the brake, that's why we stopped. They're like, no, you didn't, I stopped you. So of course, like, yeah, oh well. And those things are expensive as well, driving test, like, not the lessons, the actual tests themselves, we actually get your license. Those are expensive, so I had to do 2 of those. Oh yeah, of course, we've actually got soldiers on these ones. You can't actually name the soldiers and their heroes, which is really annoying, but yeah, they carry the flags around, which is nice. So anyways, that's enough complaining for me for now. Yeah, I've got this kind of outside place. It's all by itself. That's why I keep the army here. I've got 3 heroes with a little bit of a... Not many soldiers, just a few. I keep them there, and I think that's probably why the Vikings don't attack here. Because they're like, oh, there's an army here. I'll kind of avoid that place, but I get a lot of food here. This is very nice. This is what I mentioned earlier. I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could just build, like, this place all by itself. There's not many defences here. Not many at all. But this place actually has enough food for the people who actually live here. But it's tiny. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to come from elsewhere, like all the quarry stuff and things like that. Well, there's a quarry here, though. You don't have cameras recording the driving test over there. Thing is, though, is that I got my driving test done... Well, it would be over a decade ago, because I'm 28 and I got it as soon as I turned 18. That's basically what I did, is I did my driving test, and I'm nearly 29, so it'd be just over a decade ago is when I did that. So I imagine over 10 years things have changed in the UK a bit, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, this place, I was planning on doing something because I fertilized the land, and then I thought, I don't really have anything else to do. So this is made entirely of walls. I think this well, this is a bit much, bear in mind, and this is probably why my economy is at minus 56. But let's tell you what, let's see if we can actually fix this. Let's fix my economy. Because I mean, the only reason why there's so many things on here is because I thought it looked cool. And I had tons of money at the time. At minus 8. Oh god. There we go. Plus 4. Onwards. Yeah, I basically just... And of course that's supposed to be the doorway into the garden, but I just built this because it looks nice. I didn't know what else to actually make. Of course, there's actually a great hall hidden in there. A couple of docks. This just looks fancy, I think. That's why I like it. And I've kind of stuck the barracks, which is where you train your soldiers, onto the sides. It kind of looks like it's part of the fort that's like that. This is, of course, a treasure room, which looks like the huge doorway into the actual gigantic castle. But other than that, yeah, there you go. That's the other place I built. Now, this is, of course, a land map. Now, this was land all the way across here. You can kind of tell because you only get like a tiny bit of like this sort of white water here. Yeah, I did that entirely into a moat to sort of make this kind of a bit by itself. The Vikings do not want to attack this place. They just never do. The thing is that they always just like attack over here. Or like one of these, like this corner here, I think, was where they attacked the most. I'm not entirely sure why. It's quite well defended, but anyways, right, because Gabriel's here now, let's see. Let's overwrite. And I'll go and show you what we've been doing while you've been away. So while you've been busy with being away, I don't know if you actually watched any of this, but this is the huge island we have now. Now this is the original one. Looks quite fancy here. And this is the secondary one. Like, I've managed the economies in all these different ones. Like, they're all balanced now. This is a much smaller one. It did take a long time to actually build all of these walls. Because bear in mind, like, the actual amount of land here is, like, there. But I added piers on all to the side. You can kind of see, look. This is all added on. You can only build this in shallow water, but I needed this to actually use as much land as possible in case I needed lots of farms and things like that. It's kind of the same with this as well. Not entirely, but lots of piers on these just to put the wall there, because of course you can't farm on a pier. Same with this one. This is the third island, which is now finished. This is the one actually finished off at the end of this session. So yeah, there we go. Oh god, where's my camera going? There we are. This is all done. Some of the new buildings they added in the bathhouse, which is something that as soon as they added it in, all the villagers went mad for a bathhouse. However, look at the happiness radius. I have 2, and they cover, well, basically enough of this that people don't complain over on the island over here. Oh, hang on a second. Oh no, it's a dragon. Anyway, the other ones that I couldn't actually afford, though. Can anyone afford them at all? I don't think they can. Right. There's the central library, which I can't really show you right now, but that's what it looks like. This makes people very happy, and it also gives you a huge benefit to every library within its range. The only thing is it's incredibly expensive, and I can't afford it. The other thing, there's the bathhouse, the great library, is the cathedral. I don't think anyone can afford it right now. That's the thing, I can't even look at it. It's like insufficient resources. I could actually go on a, oh, hang on. Got enough over here, right. To show it like this. This is very big and it has a huge radius on it. Like, the actual church is probably about half that. Like, you can see how far it goes over there with the happiness radius. But looks quite fancy. Definitely the sort of thing a huge city would have. But when it comes to the previous map I showed you, my first one, of course, that patch wasn't even in the game, which is why they don't have any of them. And I had to do a lot of modifying these islands, because, of course, this one was entirely full, and all of a sudden everyone here went, we want a bathhouse. I was like, but I don't have any space for a bathhouse. Oh, God. So that was a mess, but other than that, we're actually done for the evening. This is a lot earlier than I would normally finish a stream, but I'm kind of done with the game for now. There isn't really anything to do. We're just kind of like passing the time by, as it were, you know? So yeah, I shall leave it there, and thank you all for watching. Usually I would stream until about 11, half 11 GMT, and I've been playing Killing Floor 2 recently the past couple of weeks. I've played a lot of Killing Floor 2, a lot. There was a huge amount of time where I basically just stopped playing it, because as I was mentioning before, I don't want to keep playing a game till I hate it. And there'd been a time when Killing Floor 2 didn't really have any new content, but recently, I actually started playing it a lot more because there was a huge patch that comes in. There's loads more maps now. So if you want to watch Killing Floor 2, Mondays and Fridays, 10 past 7 GMT is when I get back into that. And of course, you're always welcome to play along with me, because of course I play along with my friends as well. So we get lots of fun doing that. It's definitely a lot more fun than playing all by yourself. And yes, as for what we're doing next Wednesday, World of Tanks. So, Gabriel may have noticed, because of course he's got me on Steam, but what I've been doing is I've been playing this a lot. I've been playing it since Thursday. I don't even know how many hours I've been putting into the game, but it's really fun. I really like it, and because I just keep playing it so much, I thought, I think it's probably best if I just put this on stream as well, because I'm not that good at it, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better slowly over time, so that's what we've been doing. And of course, if you've been subscribed to my YouTube channel, hopefully you've been watching Divinity Original Sin 2. That is a good RPG game. We still haven't finished it, and we're at 128 episodes. They're all at an average of 35 minutes each. You know what? Let's have a look. Now, you won't be able to see this. I'm opening up Steam right now. And let's see now. How many hours have I put into Divinity Original Sin 2? Let's have a look. Where is it? 121 hours. 121 hours of episodes right there. That is a lot. Liking my content so far in Kingdoms and Castles. Okay, if you go on YouTube and actually check out my channel, let's see. Right, I won't be able to see the chat just for a second. I'm actually opening up YouTube right now. 8 videos so far. I've done 8 streams, all an average of about 4 hours each. So if you enjoy my content on there, go and check that out. And of course, unsurprisingly, the name of my channel is Kingdoms of Castle. Sorry. Oh my god. The name of my YouTube channel is, of course, Scarbeus, unsurprisingly. So that's that. I know, I've been calling it K&C a lot as well. Oh, is that the playlist? The playlist up there. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. There's the link to it anyway, so that's a quick way to get to it. Divinity. Oh, yes, 128 episodes. Oh, wow, okay. That's the Divinity link. When I clicked on it, I had the thumbnail for Kingdoms of Castles on it for some reason. Yeah, there you go. So thank you for following me out, Frost, and hopefully if you check out my YouTube channel, there'll be loads of content on there for you to check out. And of course, have a good look and decide if you actually want to get Kingdoms of Castles, because it's a good game. I like it, and I think you might like it as well. So, as for what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night, I'm either going to play more World of Tanks, or I'm just going to go on Netflix for a bit. I watch that far too much. But anyway, thank you to both of you for joining me, and good night, everyone.